The reason I'm doing this one is because a lot of you guys have been requesting it, and two, I don't really go over it too often. And the thing with professional atmospheres, well, I do want to kind of answer what they are. Professional atmosphere, it's like that kind of like the soundscape in the background. This could be like the scratchy part of a vinyl record, so like that little scratch you hear, like the kind of sounds that makes the song sound like it's a record, like a vinyl record. This could be like birds chirping in the background. It could be like an ocean. It could be a creek. It could be the sound of like nature, anything. And it's actually quite easy to do. So the website I'm going to be using for today is AudioBlocks. Today's video is brought to you by audioblocks.com, where you can access and download hundreds of thousands of free loops, music, and sound effects. Click the link below to start your free 7-day trial, or go to audioblocks.com/YouTube. So a website like AudioBlocks is really simple, because all you really have to do is search anything you want. Like, I'm going to go ahead and search birds chirping. And then you get your list of different things you can very well use as any kind of atmosphere. And so a lot of these are based on ambience, which is like what you really want to go for, I think, because it's the background of a track. Or we could do creek, and then we'll probably, you get the sound of a creek. But let's go with birds chirping, because that's what I think is very fun to use. I love birds, and then you like throw reverb on it, a little bit of compression, and then you spread it out. It's the most beautiful sound in the world. So I'll tell you, I took birds chirping, and let's do like a park. Walk in the park, I guess. That one's actually pretty cool. I could do something with that one, definitely. Most definitely. And the way I used to do this, actually, is I used to go on YouTube and convert the video to MP3, and so I would search like birds chirping on YouTube, and there wouldn't be that big of a selection at all, and that's what I didn't like about it. So once I downloaded the song, you can see my things are right here. So let's go with the birds chirping first, and then it's in here. It'll drop it right in, no issue. And then this is what we should get. And so I want something like this to work in the background of my track right here. But we have to make it kind of sit in the mix. So let me show you how we can make any atmospheric sound work. So you definitely want to cut the low end out of it. That's like a given. You have to do that on any sound besides the kick and bass. And then watch how beautiful we can make this. We throw crazy reverbs on there for like a big space. You got yourself a beautiful atmosphere. We can get that. Actually, I want a little bit more length. Sometimes I'll throw like a lot of delay on there, and it'll sound really cool. So let's go and spread this out. I like to spread atmospheres with the chorus. It gives it like a morphed electronic effect. It's just a really cool sound. And so now it's going to kind of wave from right ear to left ear and sound pretty cool. So then what we can do is we can just have it sit in our mix nicely. And so now what I think I need is a little bit of that lower end white noise ambience. So how I'm gonna get that is that other one, the walk in the park, dry leaves, I guess. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get this right here. And now we have this one, and trust me, I sound like that walking on those dry leaves with reverb and a little bit of spread on it. Oh, it's gonna sound beautiful. So let's hear it. Oh, that's crazy. Might be a little too intense. This one. Right there. That is so awesome. I love that. And then I would actually take this and take off the top a little bit. Because I kind of like that white noise ambience it kind of gives you. So I'll take that and then I'll make the volume of it really quiet. But not too quiet so you can't hear it. But it's not so loud that it's in front of everything. So in a song like this, I would probably end my atmospheres around where the first bass comes in. And yes, this is a bass line, but it's not actually sub bass. So I should say sub bass. When the sub bass comes in is when I would drop my atmospheres. So with atmospheres, I could probably go with some, I don't know. It's like either I'll automate the volume to make them fade out, or I could automate this sort of stuff, like the high end of the EQ. And so we can kind of high cut it away. And it sounds, when you add a high cut with some resonance on it, it makes your atmosphere sound so beautiful. Let's see what happens when we fade it out like this. Oh, that's so beautiful. I probably don't need it to go that hard though. And then let's go high cut frequency. Like this. And that is beautiful. That is exactly how a background ambience should sound. A lot of wet reverb, very, very wide, very, very light. You don't want it to be the loudest sound in the world. You want it to be a light kind of background, creating life to your mix. And that is exactly how I would do it too. And I would lighten it up as we progress through the song. So we would start here with it on full blast, and then I would slowly fade it out. And then a lot of the times I'll actually do this too. I will fade it in as well. So right there is a perfect example of how I would do my ambiences. I'm Alex Rome, and stay tuned for more awesome stuff.